heal. Liars don't heal. So you can eat all the wheatgrass you want, and you could do all this stuff with seeds and vegetables. But an honest person who eats cat food will go further than you. Dishonest people, people who lie, people who have moral crises and do not get it, people who blame others for things that they do and they know it, people who make choices and they know another person's going to pay for the consequence of that choice and they are conscious of it. They know for a fact that they're saying something that is not true, and they know another person's going to be hurt by that. People who deliberately say things to hurt somebody. Believe you me, your body knows you did that. Your mind knows you did that. Your heart and soul knows you did that. So you did that. So don't tell yourself, under any circumstances, that the problem with your depression comes from your childhood. Don't go there, knock it off, and make the decision. The decision to live, and liars don't heal.
Well, let's just finish what she was going to say, probably. Like, just everything knows that you're going against it. And because the truth is God. And basically God's telling you, no, this is not the way. And everything else is subject to God except for our flesh, in the same way where we're sitting there going, well, because your flesh doesn't care, because it knows it's going to die. It's the only one that gets out of this and goes to die and doesn't live forever. And everything else that knows it has to live in eternity in enmity to I think I'm using that word right, in opposition to God, it knows that God isn't going to deal with that. And when it wants you to deal with it now, you got to deal with it now. And you have to go make peace. Bible says if there's something that you know to do that's right and you don't do it, that's a sin. Basically, sinning is an offense to God and yourself. And so if you're committing an offense, you're not producing peace. You're not and you're making somebody putting somebody in the position where they're it's not right. And God knows this. And deep down, you're going to, and it'll just poison you. It'll just poison you, point blank period. You just get poisoned because you'll be under a curse, because sin will put you under a curse. And if you're not doing the right thing, you'll want to have forgiveness for it. But now you'll have to go to that person and you have to apologize and you have to make peace with them. And you're going to have to say, hey, you need I need forgiveness. Because you're doing something to hurt somebody on purpose. And I've said this a million times. If you don't have, if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to get any revelations. Basically what I say. But if you're not honest with yourself, you can't have much. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to say, oh, maybe I need to go and make peace with that person. And you're going to be okay with your body being under a curse. And you're going to lie to yourself again. You're going to say, oh, no, it's nothing. It's blah, 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 blah. And the eventual eventually this thing will morph into it's somebody else's fault. It's not yours. And eventually you're going to start blaming others for your faults. And you're going to be a victim instead of taking responsibility. You're going to start blaming somebody else. That's just crazy, bro.